My name is Mommy the Linnea. This is for Communications 205 for Fortis Institute. And here we go. Nobody ever wants to hear the words that you have cancer. It is everybody's nightmare, whether it be them going through it or a family member. It's just a hard time all around. Well, this is my battle with cancer. No one hears those words, you have cancer. However, I heard those words almost 3 years ago. Hearing those words from my doctor changed my life. How could I possibly have cancer? I was 30 years old. Of course, you hear children that get cancer every day, but I think it just affects you more when it happens to you. I had cervical cancer. Cervical cancer is the fourth most common cancer in women worldwide, with more than 500,000 cases and 250,000 deaths per year. This is cited from Ronaldo Herrero with an article on cervical cancer. I felt like I saw my life flash before my eyes, and all I could think about were my husband and my children. I had to drive home. I was by myself. I didn't know the news that I was going to get that day, so I was all alone. So that 45-minute drive seemed like it took half the day. I think I probably pulled over 2 or 3 times. I did not know what to do or how to hold it together, but I knew that no matter what, it was going to be okay, and we were going to figure this out, and I was going to fight it with everything that I got. Cancer is something that everyone fears getting, and unfortunately has become very common. If you have a group of 10 people, at least one of them, probably two, have either had cancer, know somebody that's died from cancer, know somebody that's going through it right now. So when I was diagnosed, I became that one person in that group of 10. I thought, how many other people got the same diagnosis that I got that day? How many people didn't have or won't have the same support system that I might and possibly was going to have? How many people are going to go home and give their family the same bad news that I had to give them? When I began my journey with cervical cancer, again, I was only 30 years old. I was married, I had 4 children, 2 dogs, and I did not think if I could beat this. I knew when I will beat this. Having that mentality on my diagnosis is what made me the fighter that I am, and I still am. My determination did not come easily. However, because there were days that I just felt defeated, that I just wanted to give up, that I just wanted to crawl in my bed and just knock it out. There were many days like that. The hardest part was not being there for my family like I was normally there. I was the mom. I always made the dinners. I took them to the practices. I did everything for their school. That was all on me. And now I had to learn how to rely on other people to do all of that. So that was really tough. But my children knew what I was going through, and they were older, so they helped as much as they possibly could. My battle with cancer lasted about 8 months from the day that I found out. And I rang that bell, but I was done. It was still so surreal. It still is, because how does it happen? Just like you get diagnosed and then you fight it, and then you just ring that bell, you're done. I was one of the lucky ones according to the American Cancer Society. Some women have to go back every 6 to 9 months for follow-up chemo and will never be completely cured. Again, this was from the American Cancer Society on cervical cancer. So I count my blessings daily. In those 8 months, I lost my hair, gained the chemo weight, and all in all, I became a better version of myself. You never really know how life fragile it is, and truly not to take it for granted until you're truly fighting for your life. On that drive home after my diagnosis, I promised myself I would fight, and that is exactly what I did. I fought and I kept fighting every single day of my battle. And today I still fight because you never know what can happen. Again, my references, my citations are from Cervical Cancer. It is a newspaper article on cervical cancer, and then I cited from Herrero for cervical cancer through the Oxford Scholarship Online, and then also from the American Cancer Society for survivorship and reoccurrence and system management. My name is Mani Villanea. I am in communications, in the communications class through Fortis Institute, and I hope you enjoyed my speech.